Hi everyone, this is the fourth video in the series of Google's DialogFlow, and in the previous sessions I think I have discussed all the basic building blocks that we need to build a chatbot. So in this session I'm going to consider a use case where I'm going to create a custom intent to get the status of the ticket from XYZ third-party tool. So in my case that tool name would be ServiceNow, and I'm going to get the status of that ticket from the ServiceNow platform. So let's see how we can do that. I'm going to click on create intent and create a custom intent. So on the intent form, I have a couple of things over here. One is context. So context is needed when I'm using several intents where one is giving an input to the second one and the second one is giving some output as an input to the third one. So I am not going to use that in this very simple use case. And we can also trigger some intent from nonverbal signals using events, and I can add some training phases. So I'm going to add some training phases and let some of them be please check the status of incident number 001. So in this case 001 is my action. So let's take sys.number. So this would be considered as an action parameter, and we can add more training phases as well. And you can see that once I have marked it as some action parameter, it is automatically populated over here. So in this way I am telling my bot that in this intent, whatever the text is, there will be a number and it follows a user expression along with the number. So let the so same way I can also do this. I'm going to save it again, and I will be adding couple more. So these are just different ways how a particular sentence can be formulated by different people. Like check the status of incident number this and this. Please check the status of incident number, or what is the status of incident number, and so on. So there can be more phrases as well, but for now I'm going to configure these three and I'll move ahead. So this way, when when a user is going to say any of these phrases to the bot will understand, okay, I need to get the status of this particular ticket number. And so I think I have already saved it. I have some action parameters. I don't want to configure any responses, but I do want to enable the web calls. So we will be configuring that in a moment. So I think whatever I wanted to do as part of this intent is done. Now to configure the webhook for the ServiceNow instance URL, I will have to create a user, uh, and I will also, because I'm not using I'm just showcasing how it's done as an example. I'm not using any token based authentications, although that can also be considered as a use case, but as part of the simple demo I'm going to use username and password combination along with scripted REST API. So I'm going to hop to my ServiceNow instance, and I'm going to create a user first. So let's say my user is dialog log agents now. So I'm going to save this user. Now I'm going to configure a scripted REST API. So I did not configure any password for that user, which I definitely need to know. Okay, done. And now let's go to a scripted REST API. I'm going to create a new one. Ticket response, and here I need to configure all my code that I want to. So I will be sending certain data over here. I am not using it as a endpoint to get all the details. So I'm going to use post request because I can also modify my solution to create a ticket in the ServiceNow instance. That's why I'm using post for now. And this is my instance URL. So I need to go to fulfillment. I'm going to enable the webhook. Here is my webhook URL. This is the remaining part. And here I need to mention the username and passwords that were configured. If required, I can add certain headers as well. For example, content type, application by JSON, so that my data is sent in JSON format. Okay, I think this is it for now. And Let's give it a genuine name. Ticket status check and save it. If I say what is the status of 00, any random incident, it won't make sense for now. Let's try. What is the status of? I need to get one incident. Let's say it is 4 to 4. As I said, as of now, it doesn't make much sense because nothing has been configured and nothing was returned from the instance. So let's configure a scripted REST API. Okay. So first of all, I am going to declare a variable for response writer, and it is going to be response dot get string writer. This will help me write the response, which is going to be returned from the scripted REST API. Next is request body. So now I have my request body as well as request data. And we can configure same scripted REST API for multiple different intents and perform uh, each and every function individually by giving if-else conditions. Uh, so on 8th line, I'm going to show how to do that. So request data dot, okay, control space doesn't work in this area. The result dot intent. Display name. If the display name is what I have given over there, so let me copy it. then then this part of code will execute where to get status check is the name of the intent, and for that all the processing I'm going to do over here, whatever the incident number is and everything. So let me get the number. Incident number equals to and here I get my incident number. There. For now I am writing everything over here, but the best ways to create separate functions or call script includes ends with the number. Now, what is the name? Okay, INC. Yeah, INC record.query. Then here I need to specify the whatever I'm planning to return from this incident number. So if I'm asking for the status of this incident number, then probably I would want what state currently it is in, or uh, to whom the ticket is assigned to. So let me try to fetch the assigned to from here. If assigned to is not empty, then only I want to fetch it. So let me also declare another variable where I'm going to capture assigned to value. Okay. And assigned to equals to inc record dot get display value. All right. If it is not null, then that. If it is empty, then no one. It is assigned to no one. The ticket is assigned to no one. What can be done? And I can configure the message right here. So let me declare one more variable on top. Message equals to incident is. Okay, I want to know the number as well. Plus inc dot number is currently assigned to no one, or maybe somebody, whatever it is. Current state of the incident is dot get display value of state field. Okay, and what else can I can add over here? I can add, let's say, the last updated state. So this person updated the ticket on so and so date. On this particular date. Okay, I think this should be it. So here I have configured once the intent is called to return a response, this particular message has to be sent back. Now, how we need to send it back, that part is yet to be configured. Okay, so now we'll work on that over here. So this was the start of my if, and so 90% of the work over here is done. Now I'm going to configure some headers for the response message. So this is going to be the response object. Sorry, it has to be a semicolon, and I am going to, okay, I can declare it on top or towards the bottom. That is completely fine. So response headers, and here I have to mention the content type. Application by JSON, response dot set status. I'm going to mention as 200. Then response dot. I'm going to set all the headers now. Now the final piece to it is the response body that has to be configured. Did I declare a variable for that? No, I did not. So let's do it. Response body equals to this, and then I need to specify full. Okay, control space won't work. My bad again. Full text is going to be my message. Did I declare is on top? What is the name? Okay, it has to be this response message. Okay, next is going to be my payload. So in the payload part, I need to specify everything. For example, like, I mean, this is the generic stuff which is also available in the Google DialogFlow document, so that you don't have to go. My apologies for the background noise, but what I was saying was so that you guys don't have to go through the entire doc. That's why I'm writing everything over here. So expect user response. So these are certain parameters for which the detailed explanation is obviously given in the docs. But for me, I am able to recall what I did last, that's why I'm doing it on the basis of that. So this is just a trial if it works out. Otherwise, we'll do certain modifications to make it work. And again, I need to pass the response message. So I think this is good, and I'm done. In the end, I'm going to use the writer. What was the name I declared on top? Response writer. Response writer dot write string, and I am going to use JSON dot stringify, and here I'm going to pass the response body. That's it. Let's save it and see if this works for us. If not, we'll debug it. I'm going to navigate back to my DialogFlow, and I'm going to ask the same question which was asked over here. What is the status of incident number this? For some reason, I am still receiving the same response. Let's check it out. So let's check a couple of options over here. I'm going to go to the training part, and no, I don't want to upload anything. I'll go back to my So the part that I seem to be missing is probably something related to training. So let's go to our agent settings and see if we have an option to train our agent. No, not in languages, but okay, here it is. Let me click on train. So it says done. Okay. I'm going to navigate back to my intent, and let's try again. Okay. So some news is good news. This time after training the agent, I'm able to trigger my intent ticket status check, but for some reason things didn't work out, so we'll have to check that. Uh, okay, number is passed, and this is the display name that we are passing in. Okay, so I think it is going in there. So the response received is kind of empty. That's actually strange. So let's verify if it is going in there. Yeah, let me add a couple of logs and then we'll verify if it is going in there. Let me also find this. Maybe it is not entering this if condition itself. Yes. So let me trigger it again. I hope I saved this. So I added a couple of logs and it seems like issue is with this part. So let me add a toString over here and see if it works. Test again. It works fine now. So I'm able to successfully fetch the incident data, that this incident is currently assigned to whom and current state is in progress, and incident was last updated by system on 8th of January 2022. So let's see if this everything whatever is mentioned over here is correct or not. Assigned to should be problem manager. Current state should be in progress. So this is the one. State is in progress and assigned to is problem manager. So all the information is correct. So we were facing issue only with two things. First of all, we did not train our agent so that it finds that user expression and responds back to it with the help of the intent that we created. And secondly, the number which I am passing over here, I had to convert it into string to make it work. There are a lot of ways to handle this particular scenario, and I handle it in this way. So because I'm simply fetching a number, not the whole alphanumeric digit INC00 XYZ, something like that. So this is how we can make an interaction work from our DialogFlow to ServiceNow instance. And this is just a very simple one, but there are a lot of things can be done. We can create a follow-up intent where bot can do a lot of conversations with the user, not just getting a ticket status. It can be a two-way communication where bot asks a couple of questions, user responds back to all of them one by one, and in the end, if the resolution is still not there, bot can ask the user if the user wants to create a ticket, and if user gets the resolution, then the chat can be closed there and then. And we can also use this feature by speaking something. What is the status of ticket number 10424? Like this, and it is still able to find that ticket. And if I open the DialogFlow in a new window, then here is a DialogFlow messenger, and we can try it. The agent Snow agent is available over here, and I can talk to this agent as well and ask for the ticket status. So let's try a different user expression this time. So this ticket is not assigned to anyone and the ticket status is new. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.